So I was born in Jellicoe, 1940, a little town 100 miles northeast of Thunder Bay on Highway 11. As far as my vocation, it reminds me really of the experience of Jesus when he went to the temple and he came out and he knew what he was going to do. Well, I was in the church there. I remember one day, I remember the church and all the pictures and everything around, and I had that experience there also that, when I came out of there, I knew I was going to be a priest. I was ordained in 1971 at St. Andrew's Church. From there, I went and I was teaching in Loyola in Montreal and then in Toronto in high school. And my decision then was that was not where I wanted to be. What I wanted to do as a Jesuit, rather it was with these native people that I had come to know. So that's where I've been stationed then. After I was ordained, 1972, right until the present time. I have become very good friends with very many Native people, and when I went there, just the way they welcomed me and how they respected me, looking and seeing their faith, and the question, why is it then they don't have their spiritual leaders as far as priests and deacons and so on? And there was a particular incident then that really made a difference. In 1982, I was in Thunder Bay, and Grace Escuega was in charge of related to the ministry program that we had, and she told me then, we do ministry, our deacons, they'll work in the church, but once we come to know who we are as a Native people, then you won't have to ask us to come and do something in the church. We'll be coming and asking you. And so that kind of sat with me about finding out who we are as a Native people and working that as a base. From that then began the whole venture of the Native traditional spirituality, touching base with that. It was a growth process, people getting used to it, and that continued. And then I think eventually it led to the idea of a Native Catholic Church where the Native traditions and Catholic traditions can work well together and support and really help bring each to life. Paulus says, I'm so close to Christ, it's no longer, he and I, it's we. He and I are one. And just that experience then of being one with him, that's at the very core of my being, really as a priest, and what I have to preach and what I have to share. That's the basics of my life that I work from.